Hello. In today's tech talk, I want to talk about data storytelling. Data storytelling. One of the skills that you have to have, especially when you are working as a data analyst or a data scientist, is how to tell story uh, with data. Now, when you hear the data analysis, what do you think it is? So I know that in many people's mind, they are only thinking about the hard skills of data analysis, like having knowledge of Power BI, having knowledge of Excel, having knowledge of Tableau, having knowledge of SQL, having knowledge of Python, R, or SAS, and so on. That's all they probably think is the skills that they need. But unfortunately, your hard skills are just a part of the pie. Okay, without the soft skills counterparts, you will not really be able to deliver much on what your hard skill is doing. So it's not enough to know how to analyze data. You need to know how to communicate the story it tells in a clear and compelling manner so that it attracts the attentions of the executives and the managers that you are reporting to. So it is very important to develop this art of storytelling. You must have the ability to tell a story with data, and that is called data storytelling. So perhaps the skill to both analyze data and communicate insights can help you stand out. So the ability to just analyze the data and also communicate and tell a story with the data, it can help you stand out as somebody that is a well-rounded candidate. So you've got to develop that skill of data storytelling. So today I'll be sharing with you on how to tell story with data. So let's define the data storytelling again. So data storytelling is the ability, okay, for you to effectively communicate insight from a data set, okay, using narratives and visualization techniques, okay. It can be used to put data insight into context, okay, for an inspire action from your audience. So when you are telling story with data, you can narrate what the data is telling us and also inspire action from the people that you are presenting to. Okay, so to tell the story very well, then the following keys are important. Number one, before you tell the story, your data is very important. You must ensure that the data is accurate, the data is complete for your analysis, because you don't want to tell a story that does not make sense. It has to make sense. Okay, so make sure that your data is accurate and is complete. Number two thing that is important is your storyline. This can be verbal communication, that is, you are making a presentation, or it can also be written, that is, maybe after you finish your analysis, you summarize it and you send it to people to review. You must have the ability to write very well in a way that communicates the insights that you get from the data and the context surrounding it to the people and the actions that you recommend that they should take based on what the data is telling. Okay, so that is very important. So it's called the storyline, your storyline, your ability to tell it well. The third thing that is important when you are trying to do data storytelling is the visual. Okay, you have to use the right visualization tool and color and even fonts. It's very important because every organization has different brands. So, like for example, if you are working with TD Bank, their color is green. If you are working with RBC, their main color is blue. If you are working with Scotia Bank, their main color is red. So you've got to know the brand of each organization and ensure that your visual is actually reflecting the brand color and also the font. And not only that, there are different visualization charts that you can use to tell different stories. For example, if I'm trying to show percentage of something, then a pie chart can be good for that. A line graph will not be good for that. A line graph will not be good for that. But if I'm trying to show the trend of something over time, then a line chart is a good one to tell that kind of story because it shows us the movement over time. So you have to use the right visualization chart and tool when you are telling the story. So that those are very, very core important things. So 3 steps that you have to now follow after you have done all the hard work, you have done all the analysis. 3 steps that you have to follow when you are trying to craft a compelling summary of your findings. Okay, 3 steps to craft a compelling data storytelling. Number 1 is to start by describing what is the business challenge. Okay, because when somebody is reading what you are summarized or when somebody is listening to you, the first thing is to put context. Okay, what is the background of that thing? So the business challenge, describe what is the business challenge, what is the purpose of the dashboard or whatever thing that you are creating, what is the goal, what is the objective of the project or the presentation that you are making. So set a context, which is the business challenge. Okay, what's the business challenge? Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, the second one is the solution that was delivered. The solution that was delivered. You have to highlight the steps that was taken to solve the problem, and then also maybe put a screenshot of the findings that you see in the data. So that is very important. For example, if you are creating a dashboard, what does the data tell us? So solution delivered is very important. So that is the second step. Okay, and then the third step that you have to put in is the business insight. That is, from now, after we have finished doing the thing, so in the solution deliver, you can describe maybe the mock-up that you make, and then the final dashboard implementation, and then maybe the environment where it was made, maybe it was made with PowerBI or Tableau. You can describe all of those things in the solution deliver. But in the business insight, what we are really looking for is, what do you see the data telling us? What do you see the data telling us? So you have to highlight at least about 4 or 5 things that you discover from the data. Okay, we now discover that, oh, more men are doing our business than women. Okay, from the inside, we discover that 90% of our business customers, they are men, they are not women. So you have to put those insights, because that will be what will drive the decisions that the organizations are now going to make. Maybe now when they are doing marketing, they now know who to target as the customer that they need to deal with. So these are 3 things that you should have in your summary when you are trying to tell story from your data. Number 1, the business challenge must be well described. What is the purpose of the dashboard? What is the goal? And what is the objective? It must be clear from the beginning. Number 2, the solution that you deliver. So you have to highlight the steps that you follow in delivering the solution. That's the second step. Then the third step is, what is the business insight that you gain from the data? So I hope this tip helps you. If it helps you, please like it and share it with others so that they can benefit from it. I look forward to sharing more with you in the next video. Thank you so much. See you next time.